Welcome back to Stoic Pulse. In a world where everyone is constantly sharing their thoughts, opinions, and personal lives with others, whether on social media or in everyday conversations, it's easy to feel the pressure to expose yourself to the world. But what if I told you that true strength and peace come from restraint, not exposure? That the Stoics, an ancient school of philosophy, warned against revealing too much of yourself to others, both your emotions and your vulnerabilities. In this video, we'll explore the profound Stoic principle of never exposing yourself, and how this wisdom can help you live a more intentional, focused, and peaceful life. If you're ready to learn how to cultivate inner strength and keep your peace amidst the noise, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more Stoic wisdom. Let's dive in. At first glance, the idea of never exposing yourself might seem counterintuitive. We live in an age where sharing every detail of our lives is normalized, celebrated even. But the Stoic philosophers, such as Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, believed that exposing yourself, particularly your emotions and vulnerabilities, could lead to unnecessary suffering and loss of control. Seneca, in particular, warned against exposing our emotions to the world. He said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." Think about it for a moment. How often have you shared something personal, whether it's a success or a struggle, only to feel vulnerable or even regretful afterward? The Stoics understood that true power lies in emotional control, not in broadcasting your inner life to the world. When we expose ourselves, we invite the potential for judgment, criticism, or unnecessary stress. Secret number 1: protect your inner peace. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the idea of emotional resilience, the ability to remain grounded no matter what external circumstances arise. When we expose ourselves too much, sharing every thought, every feeling, we open ourselves up to outside influences that can disturb our peace. The Stoics believed in protecting their inner world from the chaos of the outside world. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, was famous for writing down his thoughts in his private journal, knowing that the act of self-reflection would strengthen his mind. He said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By choosing not to expose every part of ourselves to others, we protect our emotional equilibrium. Instead of reacting impulsively to what others think, we stay grounded in our own beliefs and values. This mental discipline enables us to find calm in the storm. Secret number 2: emotional independence. When we expose ourselves too much, we risk becoming emotionally dependent on others. Whether it's seeking validation or approval, sharing every personal detail can make us more vulnerable to the opinions of others. The Stoics, however, were advocates of emotional independence. They knew that true happiness and fulfillment come from within. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When I began practicing this Stoic principle in my own life, I realized how often I had sought validation from others, whether through likes on social media, compliments, or approval from people around me. By exposing myself too much, I was giving away my emotional power. Instead, I started focusing on my inner thoughts, values, and actions. I learned to rely less on external validation and more on the sense of peace that comes from knowing who I am and what I stand for. This emotional independence is what the Stoics taught: the ability to be at peace with yourself regardless of what others think. Secret number 3: the power of focused attention. When we expose ourselves by venting our frustrations or seeking attention, we often lose focus. Whether it's on work, personal goals, or inner development, constantly engaging with the external world distracts us from our true purpose. Seneca taught that we must guard our attention like a treasure. He said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." By exposing ourselves to constant distractions, whether from social media, unnecessary drama, or other people's demands, we disperse our energy and lose focus on what really matters. I've found that when I limit how much of myself I expose to the outside world, I'm able to focus more fully on the things that bring me peace and fulfillment. Whether it's working on a personal project, spending time with loved ones, or reflecting on my thoughts, my energy is no longer divided. This Stoic principle has taught me that the key to peace is focus. A focus that allows me to engage deeply in what matters most, rather than constantly shifting my attention to external noise. Secret number 4, freedom from external judgments. One of the dangers of exposing ourselves too much is that we risk being judged by others. When we share our vulnerabilities, successes, or struggles, we give others the power to influence how we see ourselves. The Stoics understood that external judgments are beyond our control. Seneca once said, "He who is not a slave to external circumstances is truly free." When we expose ourselves too much, we hand over that freedom, letting others dictate how we should feel about ourselves. The Stoics taught that true freedom comes from not being swayed by what others think. By keeping certain parts of ourselves private, we maintain our sense of dignity and self-respect. We stop worrying about how others will perceive us and instead focus on cultivating our inner strength. Secret number 5, cultivating inner strength and virtue. Finally, the Stoics understood that the key to true strength is not in exposing your vulnerabilities, but in cultivating inner strength and virtue. They believed that virtue, qualities like wisdom, courage, and justice, was the only true source of happiness and peace. Everything else, they argued, is beyond our control and subject to fate. By focusing inward, we develop personal resilience and become stronger in the face of adversity. We no longer need to expose ourselves to external validation because we are grounded in our own values and principles. In my own life, I've noticed how inner strength, developed through self-discipline, reflection, and Stoic principles, allows me to navigate the ups and downs of life with calm and poise. The more I focus on building my character, the less I feel the need to expose myself to others for validation or approval. So, what can we learn from the Stoics about exposure? True peace and strength come from emotional control, personal focus, and not relying on external validation. By guarding our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we preserve our inner freedom and our peace of mind. If you found these Stoic insights helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into Stoic wisdom and how it can transform your life. And I'd love to hear from you. How do you practice emotional restraint in your own life? Leave a comment below, and let's start a conversation. Thank you for watching, and remember, true strength lies in restraint, not exposure.